Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. So, without delaying any further, delays, let's hop on to our conversation. And today's topic is the mindset of our country and our fellow citizens, and how it matters in deciding the course of economy. Because, like, how people, whether they want to do job or whether they want to become entrepreneurs, um, and let's begin. So, my first question will be to Sir. Uh, what makes most of us think that doing job is more suitable?
Okay. Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. You are perfectly audible and visible.
Right. So the question is why, what makes us think that we are comfortable with the jobs? So I
Yes,
will
sir.
answer it in uh, two ways. The first way is uh, our settings. So when we grow up, we are in a setting, right? So if I say setting, what I mean to say that when a child, we as a child, grow up, we have the parents, the setting of our houses, neighborhood, society, schools, and so on. This is one setting, right?
Right, sir.
So as we all know that the the development of the mind of a child largely depends on what setting and which kind of uh, growth being given by the parents of the child. All right. So in this aspect, I want to say that it mainly depends upon how you have been brought up. So most of us, apart from some part of our country, most of us have been brought up like that. Most of us have settings. For example, uh, we all know that till now more than 60% to 65% of our economy base is agriculture. Still, after 75 years of independence, we are depending 65% to 60 to 65% all over, and we are largely a village this thing uh, yeah, country, right? So based on that, our forefathers or fathers are farmers. Somebody from us, they are in job. So jobs are regarded to be very high profile thing. He's in job, naukri, chakri. So iske naukri lag gaya. So people are happy. So these settings, they are impregnated in our minds, right? So because of this is our thinking is developing slowly, and when we are matured, that thinking will not go easily. This is one. Second aspect of it is most of the people, they want to live happily, they want to have more money, but they do not want to work, right? Most of us, without doing lesser, we call it as very smart. you know he is very smart. He doesn't do much, but he earns very high, so he is a smart person. So this is the definition that we have given to the word smartness, right?
Yes,
In
sir.
my view, it is not. The definition is wrong, right?
Fine.
So हम लोगों की ये क्या चाहते हैं हमेशा कि we want to work less, we want to earn more because of this also, and we do not want to go out of our risk taking area or comfort zone. For example, if I am fearful to go out, right, to talk to people, I will not take it as a challenge and go and become outspoken. No, I would still be there in my house, but still I want to have more money. So this is another reason. These two reasons, I suppose, is the basis of why we are comfortable in jobs. Uh, that's okay. Next question, please.
Okay. Okay, yes, sir. And my next question will be to Manisha, ma'am. Uh, do you think Indians, especially in small cities, they don't have that risk taking ability? And I mean, whether yes or no, please, if you can explain. Like, if yes, then what is the basis of your belief? And if no, then why people are still vouching for jobs, whether in government or private sector?
Yes. Now to talk about, the people in small cities, as Ashutosh has rightly said, right? They do not want to go out of their comfort zone or take the required risk. So this is a major drawback, which my answer to your question would be no, that yes, I mean, they do not, my answer to your question is that they would not like to vouch for anything which is business oriented or things like that. Right, they would only vouch for a government oriented jobs or a private jobs which will give them the required salary, or they want to earn happily over there. Because as Ashutosh said, it's a mindset where they have been brought up, right? And the thinking is there that happily you be secure in your job, don't take a risk and things like that. Another mindset over there is also, if you see in the big cities, okay, the culture is quite different. People are seeing that even in major private companies and other things, they are being involved in the business a lot. If you, even if you see a team leader and other things, so they've been involved in the business, and since they are involved in the business, they get the exposure or the experience to do that later on in their life. Like the mindset start thinking, because they're speaking the business language. In small cities, what happens, other than certain people whose families are already there in the business uh, domain since our ancestral times and all, other than those people, if you see that 80% of the population in small cities, they do not have that exposure, right?
Right,
They
ma'am.
will be happy with their job earning the limited amount of salary. Neither in businesses in small cities are the people involved in the business decision or strategic decisions. Very few, unless you reach 20 years or 15 years of experience, you are involved. But if you see in major bigger cities, people are involved right from scratch. So that is a major difference over there, and that is why the risk taking ability in smaller cities is very less, so they are
Okay.
happy with
Right.
their jobs. But yes, slowly, because of the exposure of the internet or media, people are thinking, and we are coming up. People are coming with a lot of innovations, even in the small cities, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
that is the trend we are seeing. But still, it's a long way to go, because the
Okay,
mind
ma'am.
has to change. And if one more point I would like to say, even in the big cities, what thing is there, if you see the way of working of the people, that is totally different, because they are dealing so much with the European and the American culture, right? So their work and time is very important, right? So
Okay.
if there is a protocol that you have to complete these tasks on time, they do it. Whether in small cities, it's still the culture is not there. So a lot of things like accountability and other things are still to be done in small cities. So of
Yeah.
course that is also changing, but things will happen in a slow pace of time. Again, as Ashutosh said, if the mindset of the people changes, things will change. But right now in small cities, it is not there yet. Right?
Okay. So there's a lot of scope, there's room for improvement, and I
Improvement.
hope
Yes.
people will slowly catch up soon. So my next question will be to Ashutosh sir. How do you think mindset of people will change?
Yes. So the question is how we can change the mindset. Again, it's a very hard, I mean, it's a tough question. How to change the mindset? There are two approaches. One approach is, I mean, Manisha will also agree that there are two approaches to solve a problem, or maybe uh, if we go for project management also. So there are two approaches to uh, solve a problem. One is top down approach. Another one is bottom up approach. Right? Top down approach means, let me give you an example of an organization. Right? You just see the leadership or the organization chart of Indian Army. Right? So then the top-down approach, the leadership is on the top, that is the Army General. The information and the decision will come from the top and it goes down to the bottom level. Nobody
Right.
from the bottom level can question him, right? He has to take the orders. This is
Okay.
your top-down approach, right? So this is called autocratic leadership. It's called
Okay.
autocratic leadership, right? And the other one is bottoms up. आपको नीचे में grassroots level पे आना होगा, and then you have to change. So what is the advantage, disadvantage of these two approaches? In bottoms up approach, you need more time. All right, you need more time. अब suppose आपको 10 गांव का आदमी का सोच बदलना है, तो आप जानिए कि it may take 15 years of time, maybe 20 years of time. All right, it's
Okay.
not easy job. But यही
Right.
चीज आपको अगर ये जबरदस्ती का करवाना है, तो जो हमारा जो जिला का अधिकारी है वो एक ऑर्डर खाली निकालेगा, समझे कि नहीं? तो आदमी
Yeah.
1 महीना के अंदर सब सीधा हो जाएगा, राइट? बट इट्स नॉट नेचुरल. ऑलराइट,
Yes, sir.
if you are forcing, it will not be natural. But another one advantage of top down approach is, suppose the person, the people who have already, let's say older people, they may not change in their
Hmm.
lifetime. It's very difficult to change them, right?
Right.
But if you are forcefully also doing, then the coming generation is a better chance of getting changed. Take
Yes,
the
sir.
example of China. चाइना में क्या होता है? चाइना में, maybe Manisha will also throw some light on that. I know I have worked with Chinese people. Okay, when I was in a company, I worked
Yes, sir.
with some 20 Chinese people for more than 6 months. They came down here, right, for training in our company. So I was, वो लोग का क्या है? वो लोग का है कि बच्चा में, जैसे तुमको राइटिंग में बहुत बढ़िया है अश्विनी, then you will be picked up by your school.
Okay.
Which school? Primary school.
Oh.
Right? I am giving one live example. My brother, last 12 years he is outside.
Yes, sir.
उसका बेटा यहाँ से 4 साल का पे गया था, अभी वो 17 साल का है. ठीक,
Perfect.
वो दौड़ता बहुत बढ़िया था, खुद चालू था बच्चा से एकदम. कभी कभी हम लोग बोलते थे कि क्या ट्रेन में पैदा हुआ था तुम, कभी बोलते थे उसको. तो दैट फेलो, he is a national junior champion in Taiwan.
Wow.
Right? In what do you call it? 100 meter. 100 meter, he is national junior champion, and since he has got dual citizenship, he
Yes, sir.
last 2 years he came down here also, and I mean they approached, the Jharkhand people approached, right? And he has broken the 100-meter junior record of India. You Google it out. Parth Singh.
Lovely.
2022, 2023. अब वो 18 का होने वाला है, तो now he says that I will play from, I want to go to इसमें जाना चाहता है, क्या इसको बोलते हैं, ओलंपिक्स. एंड
Olympics.
उससे पूछा गया नेशनल, उसमें पूछा उससे कि कहाँ से खेलोगे, तो बोला कि डेफिनेटली आई हैव माय सेकंड होम इज ताइवान, बट आई वांट टू प्ले फ्रॉम माय रांची. Okay, so this is one small example I gave. So it's a top down approach. That was a top down approach. So mindset changing is a very tough job. It can, whereby the government, the whole mechanism, and us as a society, as an individual, we have to take a vow that we want to change. If you are not changing, how come your brother or your sister will change? How come your children will change? So
Yes,
first
sir.
of all, you need to change, right? So this is my answer. I stop now.
Okay, sir. Perfect. Thank you for answering. And my fourth question will be to ma'am. Like, what is wrong in working for others? I mean, don't you think that if most people will choose to become entrepreneurs, that will it become like too many cooks spoiling the broth?
No, there is nothing wrong in working for others, but right now, as you see, the job market for the people are very less, right? With a lot of things coming up, where and a lot of job losses are there, right? So that's where we need, if you see, our government also has started a lot of startup programs, and they're
Yes,
supporting
ma'am.
a lot of entrepreneurs. So it is very important for job creation in India that these entrepreneurs come up with their respective businesses where we can give more and more employment to people, right? Now,
Right.
I would like to say something on that. Just because if somebody loses a job and wants to become an entrepreneur, doesn't have a job and wants to become an entrepreneur, that is not, and take funding from government, that is not going to work. The entrepreneur who is seeking, who wants to establish their own business empire or wants to give employment to other people, right? They have to have that vision, the strategy, right? So right now, when you say too many cooks spoil a broth, right? Now, this entrepreneur who is striving to become or establish a new empire, if too many people are there, imagine everybody running only into retail. And I said, no, I want to be like DMart, or I want to build up a studio. Everyone wants to be running over there. How many people will go to how many shops? Yeah, how many e-commerce stores will we visit? Right? So the right thing is to identify that you are not running into sectors which are already oversaturated.
Okay.
So the entrepreneur, which is that you have to identify your challenge and your sector, then only it will be successful. Then only it will generate revenue for the government, right? Understands your, as Ashutosh will understand, and he knows it very well. In management, we study, what do we study? Needs, wants, right? Market needs and wants. So that's how, based on the needs, you have to do the supply as well. So that is very important. So first of all, the challenges which you currently have, you have to see that you are not oversaturating the market, and whatever these entrepreneurs are doing, they are not giving a low quality service. Your business will fail if you are giving a low quality service, right? Government is giving a lot of funding to the entrepreneurs, whether it is small business or it is big business. Starting from, I've seen, starting from 50,000, they are giving up to crores, right? Government is
Yeah.
giving money based on your business side and what you require. Now, that capital which the government is giving, you have to utilize it very intelligently, You cannot waste
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
And there is a high failure rate of all these businesses when you talk of a lot of entrepreneurs doing their jobs. I mean, entrepreneurs building up their new businesses, sorry. And why they are failing? Because one, they have just said everybody is starting a business, so let
Mm.
me start mine and let me do something parallel to my job. But they're
Right,
lacking
right.
the skills. They are not understanding the policies, and whatever policies are there to support them, they are not utilizing it. They are Many people fail, especially when we talk about the small cities. If somebody takes a risk, that's where they have a limited access to the capitals, because they don't know from where can I get funding, other things. So
Mm.
startup ecosystems like us help them in those places, right? And many people do not have the access to the infrastructure as well. So all those
Okay.
things are there. So in such cases where organizations or the entrepreneurs, they start their own setups, many of them, they have great ideas but they fail. And then what they say, they said, okay, job was fine, I've spent all my money, my efforts, I cannot do that, let me come back. But remember, you have to, even in that, you have to continue and not stop your vision, right? Even for intermediately, you have to work for somebody else to gain that capital or the money you have put in due to some things. Remember, you have a vision in mind, and currently, our country needs lots and lots more jobs. There are so many people lying unemployed over there, and it is our duty to create jobs for them. And how will we create jobs for them? Is by giving our organizations the right quality, the right mindset, the right infrastructure, so that our businesses scale up, right? So that's
Okay.
what I say.
Thank you, ma'am. So basically, in a nutshell, we can say that of course it is needed, and it won't be. I mean, it will be useful, but to make the best of it, we have to actually assess it properly according to
Yes.
our discretion, and not just blindly jump on any bandwagon just to from just a what we call FOMO, like fear of missing out. Even
Right.
to gain the advantage, also, you have to plan it out thoroughly.
Yes, you have to plan, and most important, with planning, you have to execute it properly.
Execute.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I think we are towards the end of our conversation, and I would request both of you to please conclude.
Ashutosh?
You please, ladies first.
Ladies first. Okay. So, what I would like to say from our discussion today, I mean, whether it's doing a job or whether it is doing a business, right? Everything has its own pros and cons, which we've discussed today. And again, with the right mindset, things can change, and the change, as Ashutosh said, the vow has to be within us, that we have to take a vow that whatever we do it with full accountability, right? And whatever, if we are working for somebody, let's make that successful. And what if we are working for ourselves, let's make that successful as well. And in that way, if we change mindsets of the people, everybody, I think everyone is unique, they have a lot of thoughts, right? People have a lot of talents, they have a lot of ideas. The only thing is, out of fear, we do not project them, or we do not say it. Whether we are working from others also, we say our boss will reject my idea. Are pehle bolo to, tell your idea, what happens, he will reject.
Right,
You
ma'am.
can modify it, you know where you're going wrong, right? But if you don't say, then it becomes very difficult. Same way, if
Right,
you think
right.
of your business, of doing a business, of you have a great idea, try it out along with your job, try it out, why not? Whether you are in an urban area or you are in a rural area, right? Give it a thought, make it. You never know when things will work out, and there is such a lot of ecosystem. There is so much support given today. In our time, I think, Ashutosh, when we were young, we didn't have so much support, right? When we were
Right.
in our 20s and all. Today, I was just reading somewhere, there are, you know, youngsters who are just 25, 26 years of age, who are now have built their own business uh, empires and
They have
earning
become
about
millionaires.
millionaires. Yeah.
Yes.
So that infrastructure, that support we didn't have when we were in 20s. Right now, there is so much to do. So it's an appeal to all youngsters that get the right guidance and do it, whether you're working in the organization, build it, or you're working for someone or you're working for yourselves. Just ensure you do it fully with accountability. That's all.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And sir, please, you to add your
So
points.
already calculated very nicely. Thank you so much. But only I will add 1 or 2 points just within 1 minute. First of all, is ki, uh, why this discussion? Because we wanted more number of entrepreneurs, right? As Manisha rightly projected, that we need. Why we need? Because the governments, we are having a lot of population, right? Where they will go? After some time, the job requirement will, I mean, will be increasing like anything. So where these people will go? So for that, we need more jobs. And you will be amazed to know, or might be knowing also, that the smaller sectors, MSMEs, they are the most job providers, not only in India, but in any country throughout the world. All right. So the MSMEs, small businesses, micro enterprises, they are the most valuable
Resilient.
employers on the earth. All right. सो इसमें करने के लिए 2-3 चीज जो बहुत जरूरी है, सोच को एक तो बदलना। छोटे शहरों में लोग नौकरी, सरकारी नौकरी ज्यादा पसंद क्यों करते हैं? वही एक है कि चुपचाप बैठना है, ज्यादा कुछ सोचना नहीं है। एज मनीषा हैज टोल्ड दैट वेदर यू आर इन जॉब, यू कैन बी अ गुड, इफ यू रिमेंबर, आई टॉट यू, one is entrepreneur, another one is entrepreneur.
Yes,
Entrepreneur
sir,
is the,
we remember.
yeah, if you, entrepreneur is the person who is doing job, but who those who are taking the more responsibilities, making some changes, right? And they learn how to become entrepreneur, because those people, given the more what do you call it, time and space to think and come up with their ideas, as Manisha was indicating. तो क्या होगा कि परिवार में भी लोग रिस्क लेने से डरेगा नहीं। ठीक है, धीरे धीरे ये चेंजेस होगा, एज मनीषा हैज ऑलरेडी टोल्ड दैट वी आर going towards that, but it may take time. But definitely our next generation, definitely they will be a changed one, we hope so, right? लेकिन इसके लिए जो नए आदमी है, उसके लिए हमारा 2-3 चीज है कहने का, कि जैसे कि रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, कहीं भी रहिए आप, जॉब में रहिए, कहीं भी रहिए, विथ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, विथ न्यू direction changes, come up with your ideas, and then do it perfectly with more. There is no smart work, there is always hard work. You have to
Yes,
do
sir, I
hard work
totally agree.
with planning, with proper planning and with proper execution processes. That work becomes smart. If you are planned, okay, and you are executing it with a proven process track record, then that is a smart person. Smart is activity, no activity, just like that everything happens. No, it's not possible. All right. तो वो सरकार स्टार्टअप इंडिया जैसे छोटे शहरों में भी सब कर रही है। मेंटरशिप बहुत जरूरी है, जैसे मनीषा ने बताया। तो सही मेंटर को पकड़ना भी एक बहुत बड़ा ही है। नेटवर्क कैसे बढ़ाना है? देखिए अभी
Right,
क्या
sir.
है कि गवर्नमेंट का कागजी समर्थन बहुत ज्यादा है। कागज पर लिख दिया, हाँ 10,000 तुमको दिया, लेकिन उसके लिए इतना दौड़ा देगा कि तुम्हारे बैच का ही लड़का, अभी देखो तो एग्जाम्पल हम तुमको मालूम है, ठीक है, वो बेचारा फिर से जॉब में चला गया। उसको बिहार सरकार से 10 लाख रुपया मिला था, हम जाके मदद किए थे, उसको मिला था, ठीक है, एंड ही वॉज डूइंग वेरी वेल, राइट, बट ही कुड नॉट डू, बट स्टिल ही इज हैविंग इन माइंड कि अभी हम काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन फिर से वो बेचारा एमटेक किया, उस बीच में एमटेक किया, एमटेक करने के बाद में फिर बेंगलोर गया, बेंगलोर में फिर कुछ ये सीखा, फिर अभी वो काम कर रहा है, but still he in his mind from the very beginning he wanted to become a do his own thing, right?
Do his own
तो
work.
रिस्क टेकिंग एबिलिटी होना चाहिए, उस तरह का होना चाहिए, ठीक है ना। रिस्क, देर इज नो रिस्क, देर इज नो गेम, माय डियर फ्रेंड, and there is no game also, there is no gain also if you are not taking risk. So calculated risk you have to take, right? And everything else, that is all covered very nicely by Manisha. Thank you so much. This is my conclusion.
So thank you, ma'am and sir. And I think just like you both concluded just now, that if I mean, what I can put it in few words from both of your conclusions, that if people follow right work ethics thoroughly, and if people get the right knowledge support system apart from the finances as well, because I think a lot can progress very fast, very soon, in a short span of time, over a large population and over a large area. So, thank you, both of you, for giving your valuable time. And I hope you both have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. So, with